I'm home for college, winter break, and I realized my room wasn't looking too good, especially if I wanted to actually be a little productive and make some content. So I knew I had to fix it. And even while I was at college, it was kind of hard to make content in my tiny little dorm room. And not to mention there being a whole other dude there, my roommate. But basically, I ended up finding ways to fix my environment, whether that be here at home or at college. And I'm just going to be talking about that today and how that just helped my focus and my productivity in general. All right, so there's a lot of stuff at my setup at home, which was pretty much just unnecessary, but it was just random stuff like my gaming headset, PlayStation remote, gaming mouse, just random stuff, random electronics. And I didn't realize how much of a difference it would make, but I decided to make a corner of my room a super productive, super minimal setup. And now instead of like gaming stuff and random stuff that I had there, now I have this book that I've been trying to get into reading, and I have noise canceling headphones, and I'm not using my gaming mouse anymore. I'm using the office mouse that I used for my school laptop. And I'll show a picture here. It's a lot less distracting if I'm trying to actually focus on something. And I'm not an expert, but your brain literally makes associations with what you're doing, what the environment is, how you feel, where you are, things like this. And just having a little productivity corner or productivity room, whatever you're able to do in your own situation. For me personally, it just made a huge difference. I just feel so much more dialed in when I go to sit down and I try to record whatever, whether it's for this channel, whether it's for my TikTok I'm trying to make. And I just wanted to share this because I've had this account for a while that's been approved for TikTok Shop. But 3 days ago, I figured out a new way I was going to try to make TikTok Shop videos. And fast forward to today, 3 days later, I got my first sale. It was $2, but I was so hyped. Even if it was just $2, that's still insane to me that I actually made some money online. And it just gave me a lot of hope for this channel or my TikTok, or just being able to get to my goal of not being in debt and having financial freedom after college. And I'm getting a little off the rails now, but back to your environment. It seems like I'm some sort of like crazy alien robot dude that has no fun. I took all the games and fun out of my setup, but that's not the case. I still play Fortnite with my friends a little, but when I do it in my basement. I do it away from my little productivity setup. And in terms of actual examples of this ideology actually working, I was able to make, I think, 3 or 4 videos today for my TikTok Shop account. And I honestly woke up really late because yesterday was New Year's, and I still was able to make a decent amount of content. And one of those videos got me my first sale, which was super hype, super motivating. And even while I was at college trying to make content, there was a very little chance that I would be able to make content in my dorm because I'm just not going to film a voiceover when my roommate's there, and it's already a kind of small space. So since I'm not able to make a little like productivity setup station, I had been recording the videos or my voiceovers in my car, and it just really helped because when I would park my car and get my recording stuff out, like literally my Apple earbuds, the first time it was kind of rough, but a couple times in, it started feeling a lot more natural. And even now when I'm home, I'm still in my car recording with my Apple earbuds. But all the other stuff, the planning, the editing for these videos, I did in my little productivity setup, and that honestly was insane. At college, for the last couple videos I made when I was there, I did something similar. I just edited and planned the videos at the library or at whatever building I was studying at because I was already in a focused environment, ready to study, ready to do productive work. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about this concept of your environment because I'm honestly just stoked right now because I'm just making a lot of progress, and I kind of have that little like new year effect. But to be honest, I started this all on December 1st, this channel. And honestly, the channel just snowballed. The channel was kind of like my journal in a way, and it allowed me to like get my thoughts straight and eventually lead me to where I am today. But if you want to see me keep going, hopefully I make it out of the small channel trenches soon. Stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next video.